Welcome to South News. I'm Bill Miller. What is the Global Business Incubator Program? Today we're going to learn a lot more about it. My guest today is someone who's participating in a very interesting and a very important project. My guest today is Srini, and he is from India. Welcome to South News. I appreciate you being with me today. Right. We're talking about the Global Business Incubator. You're a hands-on practitioner. You're working with the program. It's not theoretical. It's applied in your particular area. Tell us a little bit about the Global Business Incubator. When was it started in India? Why was it started? And how's it performing?
Global Business Incubator is a venture that we created for sustainable economic development in developing nations, especially when it comes to countries like India, where it is a very diverse country where people are small farmers and they reside in villages like that. So the major problem that occurs is the sustainability of their businesses. With the globe advancing so fast in technology and economically, and businesses getting diverse every day, it's important for them to accustom to the change. And unfortunately in the society, most of the people who are educated and talented are shifting abroad or working for better companies, which make it challenging for them to come back and do the good for the society. And when it comes to Global Business Incubator, the main objective is to link the gap, especially with the technology and then the commercialization of their ventures. And when it comes to international businesses as well, especially small and medium enterprises, they can't afford to come and do a foreign business. A startup company in New York City may not be able to come and perform the same way in Delhi because they don't understand the culture, they don't have the opportunity, and that is the need where we are coming in and solving. We are bringing in proven technology solutions from abroad and making them achieve the markets in countries like India. And at the same time, we are helping the people to think on a global level so that they can advance technically. Once they're able to advance technologically, it's nothing but their country is advancing.
Now, is this incubator, is it attached to a university, or is it freestanding, or is it with a certain business? How does it operate like that?
Yes, the university right now we are working at KL University is attached to an university. It has got 13,000 students who are basically from engineering background, and they are more working with the startups, and they are just learning the process of evolution from an idea to a business. And now we have 3 companies who have evolved from this incubation center, and they have proven to be very good.
How long has this been operating?
This is operational for last 2 years, and now we have 10 businesses running, and we have a lot of applications for space, and we are selecting and choosing the companies, and we're planning to expand more.
Now, you were talking about a small farmer, a farmer who maybe a subsistence living or something like that. How do you bring that person into the process, and what types of specific services do you provide to him? If I'm a small farmer in your area of India, if I come to you, what will I receive? How will I get involved?
The major cultural challenge that we observe when working with the farmers in India is they are reluctant to change. So when someone comes up, a company comes up to them and say, hey, this is a good technology, can you use it? They are not very well prepared because they are traditionally farmers from generations, and they always come back to us and say, our methods are fine and we are good with it. So for that, the change we employed is the students who are studying at these universities or the sons and daughters of those parents. So we are letting them know about the technology so that they learn it from an individual who they know in everyday life. And we call the program called Technology Veda, where our students take this mission to the farmers, train them in the technologies, and show them the practical examples, how it works. And we are demonstrating them with the results so that they believe and acquire the knowledge and then change from there.
Now, you've got a track record. You've been working for 2 years, so you've got several accomplishments. What are some of your specific accomplishments? You mentioned bringing companies in to be involved. You got a major university involved.
Yes.
But what are some of your other accomplishments in this area?
I would like to, we have got a lot of accomplishments. I'd like to quote one of them, which really touched my heart. So there was an engineering school there is an engineering school that we are working with called Dhanekla Institute of Engineering and Technology. So we have told them about the program, and there are very few people who got inspired. And the next thing we did was we took them to a blind school. So can you teach them some technology? There are a group of 5 students who went, taught the technology, and they kind of really felt the pinch of being blind. And immediate next thing, they came back and they developed a stick which senses the distance when they are walking. The stick beeps like what we have in a reverse car parking sensor, which can be used by a blind person pretty easily. And it was done in less than 3 days. And it was quite amazing for us to know they're inspiring by day-to-day problems. When they're getting involved with the real society, they're inspiring. And we believe over the period of time, there are many more examples like this, which I can bring it onto the table.
Exactly. Well, it's certainly very inspiring, yes. Very inspirational. Now, as you look over the horizon, you've been in business 2 years. Where would you like to be 2 years from now? What would you like to be doing down the road as far as reaching out, expanding your operation, involving more players?
The main motto that GBI believes is the advancement is through technology. Technology can be the driver of economic development. So we want to bring in more technological interventions to day-to-day needs. That's number one objective. And number two objective is to motivate people to take the path of being entrepreneurs, and also link them up with the international markets so that they can grow big and expand their hands out. It's not, although the world we speak about today is a lateral world and everything, but when it comes to the real people who are the users or the people at the grassroots level, they're still not able to access the fruits of globalization. And that is what we want to focus. Every individual citizen of the world should be able to access the fruits of globalization. The technology, the economic development, the healthcare, good education, and women empowerment, access to clean water, cleanliness, environmental sustainable growth. These are the core objectives that we want to take it as a mission in India and eventually span out across the globe. And in next 2 years, we see ourselves as at least 30-40 incubators across the country, where we'll be directly impacting more than 1 million people in their lives.
Well, it's a very important program, very important project, and you have some very inspirational stories to share, not only with us here on South News, but Shidi, I want to thank you so very much for a very interesting and a very informative program. Thank you. I am Bill Miller. Thank you for joining us on South News.